And I'm Jonathan Evans, City Manager for the City of Riviera Beach, as well as the CRA Executive Director. And thank you so much for being here at the culmination of what today was Reimagine Riviera Beach University. We had an opportunity to fellowship with a lot of our employees today and share with them what direction that we want to see the agency move, but we want to make sure that it's inclusive of them. We want to make sure that they know that the agency believes in them and provides them the tools to be successful. But you can't take any journey without having the support of the rank and file, the personnel. They're the ones that make it happen. Any corporation that doesn't say its employees are the secret sauce truly misses out on being a company or an organization that is respected and revered by many. So as we have the opportunity to recognize some of our phenomenal employees and some of the things they've done, certainly this is something that we should do more often, right? We should celebrate great accomplishments that our employees do. And our employees do amazing things on a regular basis. I can tell you that our public safety personnel, our IT personnel, some of the things that they do on a regular basis and no one knows about is so important for the community to know the phenomenal people that spend their precious and valuable time with us, right? That's the one commodity you can't buy, is time. And so for them to take the time to be a Riviera Beach employee, for them to be committed to the goal and the mission of being the community of choice for all, and to make sure that they're successful, but also it manifests itself in a better Riviera Beach for all our residents. So again, I have the opportunity of sharing a little bit about what the City of Riviera Beach means to all of us when we get into the awards and what these employees mean to the agency and to administration. But it's with great honor that I get to introduce the next gentleman, who is a Riviera Beach employee, but has gone on and done some great things. Well, he's still here, but I think he's such talented of an individual. I wouldn't be surprised in a little bit of time if you don't see him on Amazon Prime or Netflix or Hulu, and we want that for him because he's a phenomenal individual. He's committed to the agency. He's part of the fire department, so the fire department gets credit for having him on the team, but he started in parks. So he started in Parks and Recreation, and it always starts in Parks and Recreation. But again, thank you for the opportunity. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Eddie Green.
Hello, everybody. Now, I like what he said. That was nice that I'm going to be on all them channels. The first channel I tried to get on was Fox 29, but, I don't get in no trouble, so the police don't pick me up. But didn't make that channel. I'm here tonight just to be the master of ceremony. Give y'all a little laughter, lift y'all up a little bit. We off work, so we off the clock. So tonight, my name ain't Eddie Green. My name is Book Eddie Green, okay? That way I don't see no emails or nothing going through y'all emails and stuff, that boy went up there and said, I ain't going to say nothing crazy. I'm just letting y'all know, because some of y'all probably like, I don't know why they got him up there. I got a little sense. Like they said, I started in parks, but I finished in fire. And it was a blessing to go over the fire department. I prayed for that. God is good. I ain't saying nothing wrong. I'm just saying things seem to go the right direction in parks, but it went well in fire. So if y'all gonna follow behind any department, follow fire. Trust me. All right, they doing the right thing over there. I've been here working with the city 20 years. When I was in parks, I love parks, but I didn't have a vehicle. I came up here to talk trash tonight. I'm just let y'all know some stuff that been going on. I ain't had no vehicle over there in parks. They ain't want to give me no vehicle, but I went to fire, and fire tried me too. Fire gave me one of their 1989 trucks. He had no AC, none of that stuff was in it. And one day I broke down at the light, and I came to work, and they had a nice red F-150 brand new AC You know, I got a reverse camera. I don't even look behind me no more when I back up. I just look in the camera. I said, look at God moving in this department. Then I found myself going through the city, and I noticed that everybody got a parking space. I want to know why I ain't got a parking space. So as y'all know, the beach is always packed. I began to park in my parking space. That used to be my parking space, but the police department seemed like they want to take over my parking space. So I parked in the police parking space, and the police gave me some tickets. So shout out to the city of Riviera Beach for doing y'all job. They don't care if you work for the city or not, they're going to give you a ticket. Not only did they give me one ticket, they gave me 2 tickets. I made a complaint. They said don't bother him no more. Some reason somebody came in the next day and gave me another ticket. So Riviera Beach Police Department do their job. So I don't know who said they don't do their job. If they gave me a ticket, they going to give you a ticket. And they knew I was the beach captain. They didn't care. But I came to work one day and I found out I had a big old sign that said Captain Parking. I said, look at God. So when they say that the city is moving forward, they moving forward. Some of y'all might don't see it. Some of y'all might trying to rush it. But there's some stuff that's going on in the city that I see them moving forward. And I'm proud of this city. I'm proud of the people I work for. I'm proud of my city manager. I'm proud of, another thing I like, y'all got the #1 TV show, city council meeting. Y'all are #1. I just want to let y'all know that I get home. I used to get home to watch my favorite show on BET. It ain't BET no more. I look on the website just to see when the city council meeting is. I be like, y'all coming over tonight? What we watching? City council meeting. Y'all better get over here. I love the city council meeting. Y'all making a name for yourself around the world. Everywhere I go, and I tell them I'm from Riviera Beach, and they introduce me on these stages, because some of y'all don't know that I'm already famous, but y'all just don't know it yet. I'm just humble about a lot of stuff I do, but if you look me up, you'll see what I do. But everywhere I go around the world, and I tell them where I'm from, they be like, you talking about that place with that crazy city council meeting? I'm like, first of all, don't talk about my city, because it ain't crazy. They just, trying to get there. But shout out to y'all. Shout out to all the city council board members and everybody. And one thing I love about the city, we got a city manager that talks so smooth. I believe this man can get you any car you want at the car lot, even if your credit bad. He make you believe stuff. And he good at what he do, but when he talk, like I was talking to him about I had some roaches in my house and I wanted to get rid of them, and he gonna tell me, Eddie, see, it ain't about the roaches, it's about which way they come out. See, if the roaches, listen, if it ain't coming out while you up, long as they out while you sleep, don't worry about the roach. I said, you know what, you right, sir. I began to believe him, and the roaches still in my house. But I love my city manager, smooth, cool. Ain't nobody even talk about my city manager. I love my city manager. I love my supervisor. I got 100 of them. We got the BCs. They cool. We got the white shirts. See, the white shirts, I love them, but I can't stand them when they come on the beach, because they come in. They don't come by themselves. They come in like they the squad team. That's when I know something wrong. Now you got Chief Johnson. He's smooth. He ain't gonna say too much. He's just gonna look at you. Okay. That's it. Okay. And he gone. Now, Chief Golden been here before. Let me tell you about Chief Golden. Chief Golden is the same person you're going to meet when you get hired. He the same person when he going to fire you. He ain't going to smile. He ain't going to get mad. He going to raise his voice. He going to, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. We're just glad that we got you part of the organization. We're happy to have you. Welcome aboard. The day you get fired, how you doing? We don't need you no more. It was nice having you here. But you get your check once you turn in your uniform. I say, this joker here smooth. I sit and watch this stuff. This is stuff I be watching. My whole department crazy, for real, and they smart. We got a lady named Miss D. I don't know if y'all know her. Y'all know Miss D? I love Miss D, but Miss D gonna put a Bible verse at the end of your email to condemn you. You know what I'm saying? Miss D would say something to you in private, And you be like, okay, Ms. D, thank you for helping. Next thing you know, it's an email CC with everybody on it. Why would you tell them to? I'm just trying to make sure everything in order. I'm trying to make sure. No, you just told on me and we just had something we talked about in private. Why would you go tell on me? I love everybody now. I love the police department too. Some of them over at this table over here, I ain't gonna talk about them. I love them over there at that table. They work on the beach, and one of them should have been in the production company. I don't know why, but if y'all need any pictures, she got a phone up right now. I guarantee she got 100 pictures in her phone. This lady take more pictures than anybody. I didn't know Nemo was on our beach. She said, I found Nemo. Y'all know Nemo, the cartoon? She be in the water finding Nemo, everything. She is good. If y'all ain't gave her a raise, I don't know what's going on. Matter of fact, talking about, I know we got to move on, but I'm glad I got to the raise part. I still ain't getting my raise yet. I don't know who I talked to. It's been 2 years. I noticed that everybody got their raise, but these little 9 supervisors ain't get their raise. I'm going to say something. I was going to say something about these raises. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody in this city. And I got one more person I want to talk about, and then we're going to move on, okay? No, 2 more people. Now, we got a city attorney. Now, the city attorney is she just smooth. I just want to know, do you ever unfold your arms? You see, look back there. Now, the next city council meeting, I want y'all to look at it. She's going to be just like this. And she responded to everything. What happened? Code 37-357 says, I said, she never unfold her arms. That means she mean business. You ever seen your grandma do this? That's business. Now, the last person I want to talk about, this person right here, I never heard her talk so nice in my life. I get a phone call, and the phone call went like, hey, how you doing? Praise the Lord. It is nice to hear from you today. Miss Eureka, when you started talking like that to me? I was like, hello? She's like, hey, this is Eureka from Human Resource. Everything good with you? God is so good. I heard you doing an amazing job, and you everywhere traveling. Look at God. And I was like, who was that in the background? It was her little business partner. I don't know who it was. I said, they want something. She said, yeah, we want to see if we can get you to host. I said, I knew it was something. I ain't never heard you talk that nice. Can you talk like that to me for the rest of these 7 years I got left? She's like, all the time. No, I'm just messing with you. I had to say something. All right, we're going to get this show rolling. So I want y'all to relax. Y'all ain't going to get in no trouble tonight. We're going to give away some little awards and stuff. I hope I get one of these clocks, the key to the city or something, a discount or a raise or something before I leave tonight. Hope y'all give me something. I hope y'all remember me after I get off here. But we're going to get ready to get this program started. Coming up to the stage to give us our welcome, y'all know him. He the smoothest mayor that I met on this side of heaven. This is the only mayor I know wear Gucci's, and my mayor be clean. My mayor is clean. I love this mayor. He's smooth and great guy. And I know him as mayor. I know him as the mayor. I know him as the pastor. I know him as a leader. But I want y'all to make some noise. Give it up for Mayor Ronnie Felder, coming to give us our welcome. He even walks smooth. Look at him. Dun 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 dun.
Y'all give it up for Book Eddie Green. Y'all know Eddie Green's serious, right? He do this for a living. You could book him and he charge you to come do your shows. It's my privilege to be here. I want to quote Andrew Carnegie said, the average person puts only 25% of his energy in ability to do his work. The world takes off his hat to those who put more than 50% and stands on his head for those few and far between who devote 100%. We are here today to stand on our heads and celebrate the employees of our city that devotes 100% in ensuring that we serve our residents and businesses with excellence. Today, we will hear names and stories of staff members that have gone above and beyond what we asked and committed to deliver what we needed. Honestly, I wouldn't have wanted to be on the committee to select the recipients of these awards, because as mayor, I have personally experienced stellar service for most of our employees. So I'm sure the program could have been an event all day long to recognize our employees. But before we award the few today, I'd like for all of us to pause and celebrate all the hardworking individuals that make up our city staff. On behalf of my colleagues, I would like to give thanks to all of our wonderful employees of this great city. Whether you clean the office, inspect projects, or save lives, we celebrate you on this great day. It is my honor to be the mayor of this great city, and I welcome each of you here today to join us in giving recognition to the exceptional employees of the great city of Riviera Beach. Thank you.
That was nice. Who wrote that for you? You can tell when they don't write some of these little essays, it be big words in there, stuff you know he ain't gonna say. You heard how you stutter. Okay. Let me leave him alone if I don't get my raise for real. I'm gonna keep talking about this raise. Ms. Botel, you hear me talking about this raise? Make sure you send an email out and be like, what about them 9? Yeah, when I get my raise, I'm gonna feel better. Nah, I ain't gonna look at HR because they act like they don't be knowing nothing going on in the city. All right. Next, we're gonna have the occasion by our HR director, Dr. Barbara. I don't want to say your last name wrong because, say it again. Aricia.
Thank you all. What an occasion. Employee recognition. This evening, you're going to meet some wonderful people. You're also going to meet some wonderful administrators telling a little bit about the people. We're going to have an introduction of a speaker, and we're also going to have Mr. Evans and myself give you a little bit of information about our Employee Service Awards and our Employee Recognition Awards. The special thing about our Employee Recognition Awards, they were awarded by their peers of the city of Riviera Beach. There'll be some closing comments and, again, a final word on what a wonderful day we had today. And the accumulation of this employee recognition is just a special time. So sit back and enjoy, and thank you all for showing up.
That's our HR director. Do you go to Christ Fellowship? You go to Christ Fellowship? Because it was smooth. You was up here and done. That's how you... I'm just trying to teach the black people how you come up here and give your speech and get down. I don't know if you ever went to a black church, you ever noticed the pastor say, I'm closing now, it'd be Thursday. We closing again now. Y'all paying attention? Y'all don't come up here with these 32 minutes. We at a funeral, okay? 2 minutes. All right. I'm gonna get fired. I don't know nobody. All right. Introducing the speaker, give it up for HR Assistant Director, Miss Eureka Young.
Thank you, Mr. Book Green. Thank you. Dwayne Wilson was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, within walking distance from the world-famous Penn Relays at the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. The youngest of 5 children, he has always had an aptitude and love for sports. Dwayne's parents encouraged and supported his athletic and academic pursuits throughout his entire life. He has overcome many personal and professional hardships. For example, he became a professional athlete playing football for the original 1983 Philadelphia Stars, USFL, Pittsburgh Maulers, and the Chicago Blitz as a wide receiver and kick return specialist after leaving a Division I football program at Rutgers University. Dwayne has functioned as a guest lecturer and PAC program advisory committee member at Southern University School of Business. Dwayne's focus and interest remained in the area of career transitioning, new markets and business development, and continued mentoring responsibilities. He has been the senior transition specialist for the Job Corps program here in Palm Beach County and the surrounding counties. Dwayne is a President Club awardee 2 years consecutively with Clarendon by Explore. In addition, Dwayne currently serves as the Regional Sales Director for Awakening with Light and President of DW and Associates Group Incorporated Network Consultants. Dwayne has been awarded the Cornerstone Solution Highest Placement Award for former employee placement and earned occupational license and certificate in diversity, conflict resolution training. He has also studied collective bargaining, labor relations, and labor studies at Rutgers University and South University School of Business. Dwayne challenged the status quo while mentoring young athletes. He is determined, ambitious, compassionate, while inspiring and uplifting those around him. Known for his winning smile, he has always encouraged, empowers, educates, and motivates the youth in his community. Dwayne Wilson's engaging and warm personality has allowed him to build a network of supportive family, friends, and business associates. Mr. Dwayne Wilson.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Oh, that was good. I like that. What a tough act to follow, Book Green. It's an absolute honor and pleasure to be here with you this evening and to help you celebrate the awardees and recognition portion of your program this evening. I can't tell you what it means to me to be here this evening. Just to give you a little background, there's not much left after you told the story. I started out wanting to be a professional athlete. That was my goal, and that's what I wanted to do. I don't know how many other people in this room had the same dream I did. Is there anybody else in here that wanted to be a professional, whether it's an athlete or something else that you were passionate about? Oh, just me? Okay, I'll take it. Well, that was my goal. Like Eureka mentioned, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I was one of those fortunate individuals. I was what you might call a high school star and that sort of thing. And I accepted a scholarship to Rutgers University. Actually got the last scholarship to Rutgers University, the very last one. And at that point, I'm thinking, okay, everything is as it should be. I'm ready to go to the next level. I'm ready to continue my career like it was in high school. You ever heard that saying, a funny thing happened on the way to the office, or something to that effect? It didn't necessarily go according as planned. And, at that point, you begin to realize my dream might not be materializing as I thought it would. That's why the platform of this program resonated with me so very much. Reimagining the city of Riviera Beach. So, leaving Rutgers University actually gave back my scholarship because I had just gotten despondent. I wasn't getting to play. I was withdrawing from school, really. I was miserable. It was to the point where I didn't dress on game day. Has anybody played sports here, competitive sports? You know what it's like when you go to practice all week long and game day rolls around and you don't get to put the uniform on. Those of you who have not participated in competitive sports, you may not understand how that feels. Well, fast forward. I actually left Rutgers, gave back my scholarship, and I transferred to Rutgers University in Camden, New Jersey, figuring I was just going to finish out my degree and get a job like everybody else. Well, along came the USFL in 1983, and everybody was scrambling, trying to sign players. I was blessed and fortunate enough to, out of 160-something players, I'm the only one to walk away with a contract that day. And that's how my career started. But once again, wasn't going according to plan. You see, football has what they call a practice squad. So if you go to practice, you go to work all week long, but you don't get to dress on game day. So again, I was a wide receiver. There were 4 active wide receivers, and guess who was number 5? So I had to go to work every day, Monday through Friday. Once again, I didn't get to put the uniform on. Can't tell you what that felt like. But interestingly enough, I had to ask myself, all right, what's next? What's plan B? How am I going to reimagine myself and where I'm going, and how am I going to get there? When I look in this room, when I see all of you here that are about to get awards and being recognized, I am in total awe. Understanding where we have come in the last 2 years and what we all have had to deal with, and yet here you are, you're being awarded and recognized for exemplary excellence in what you do every day. Give yourself some round of applause, please. Awardees and your coworkers, in my estimation, I believe you are the illuminating lights for the city of Riviera Beach. Work hard, play hard, enjoy every moment, every day. But remember, every morning is a gift. Okay? Let that marinate for a minute. Every morning that we're allowed to draw a continuous breath and open our eyes is a gift. A gift worth celebrating. So embrace the day, every day, with gratitude. Let your light shine each and every day to everyone you come in contact with. First thing in the morning and throughout the rest of the day. See, all the things we've been going through the last 2 years and so forth, it's not real rocket science to me. At the end of the day, in my humble estimation, It's about each interaction you have with another human being. How was that interaction? How was that energy? Did you leave that person feeling wonderful about themselves, empowering? Did you affirm that person? Or was it something converse to that? Each one of us has the ability every day to set the tone for how your day is going to go. Or I should say, set the tone for how someone else's day is going to go. You don't know what the other person went through the night before. Please, 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 please don't be that person who doesn't speak to a coworker or somebody that comes in your space. I can't tell you, I've had it happen to me on multiple occasions. I can't tell you how marginalized I felt. I can't tell you how unimportant I felt to not even be recognized by someone who was having a conversation with someone standing probably, maybe 12 inches from my desk. They engage that person and then don't say a word to me. But I'm that guy. I'll make you talk to me. So when they walked away, good morning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Don't be that person. You can be the person that actually turns the tide and rechannels that energy. I promise you, if you take it upon yourselves individually to wake up every morning, awaken with light, and think great, and you're going to pass that on to everybody you come in contact with every day. Watch what you feel and watch what you see, watch what you experience in terms of your coworkers, the administration, the teams you may be a part of, and see what happens. Watch how Riviera Beach begins to reimagine itself. You are all equipped. You're all empowered. We are all empowered. Okay? I promise you, if you do that, you'll begin to see a different thing happening. So now, when you talk about length of service and accomplishments through one of the most trying times this community, this country, and our global community have had to experience ever. It is amazing that you are here, you worked through it, and not only worked through it, you shined through it. You are that illuminating light, as I mentioned. You're going to hear me say a couple of things multiple times. I'm real big on synergy. I got to get from behind this podium for a minute. Does this come out? Okay, that's better. I feel the energy in this room, and that podium is blocking it. I want all that energy. I want it all, because I want to give it back. Every day that we take the mindset of, I'm going to wake up this morning feeling good, and I'm going to make sure that I pass that energy on to someone else, even if they didn't ask for it. Pass it on anyway. Because at the end of the day, you know those persons that you may not particularly want to talk to, or you don't have a real close relationship for or with? How about you all get assigned to a team project and 3 of those people that we just talked about are on that team? How's that work? Okay. Am I coming down somebody's street? I thought so. That team that I'm just referencing, football is unique because although you see the individuals, the all-pros and whoever, whatever, none of it works if everybody's not working together. Everybody has a job and an assignment to do. You ever watch a football game and there's a broken play? Yes? No? Maybe? Come on, give me something back. Come on now. Okay. What happens in that broken play? Somebody missed an assignment. 9 times out of 10, the quarterback pays for it. Been there, done that. Not fun. And whether we like each other or not, we have a common objective, a common goal that we have committed to and we are getting paid to accomplish. So all of that goes out the window when it comes to what we call go time, right? When it's go time, it's just what it says. It's go time. So all the personal, petty indifferences, differences, whatever you want to call them, have to be set aside in order to accomplish what we've set out to accomplish. And when that happens, I promise you, it's a magical thing. It's a beautiful thing. You feel fulfilled. Let me tell you a quick story. Well, I'm going to tell you that in a minute. I'll tell you that in a minute. We've talked about wanting to embrace a new individual mindset, right? Where you awaken with light and you begin to think great about what you're going to accomplish today, how you're going to make a difference today. You've got choices. You can be that individual that always has something to complain about, or this isn't going right and that isn't going right and this should be this way or that should be that way. But are you that individual that is working on one of those teams to bring that to fruition? Or you just continue that rhetoric, right? I challenge you. Get involved, be involved, stay involved. Those who are receiving awards tonight and recognition, you may or may not know, your coworkers are proud of you. They should be proud of you. But it's not just about you. It's about the team, right? It has to be about the team. And sometimes we come into this thing and we don't have the quote-unquote pedigree that somebody or an organization may have expected, but we have to get the job done, don't we? I'll tell you, now I'll go back and tell you that story I was going to. But before I do that, I want you to challenge yourselves that you will now be that person who awakens every morning with light. Because what did we say earlier? Every morning we get to wake up is what? A gift that we should be thankful for, right? I want you to begin to think and be that change agent. Let that marinate for a minute. Be that change agent that's going to lend yourself to the idea of reimagining Riviera Beach, oceanside destination. I want us to stop being afraid of what could go wrong and start being excited about what could go right. How about that? What a novel idea, huh? Because at the end of the day, when it goes right, wow, ta-da. But if we continually focus and stay in that space where, okay, I'm gonna give my age away. How many remember the Flintstones? You remember that character that walked around Schleprock? That always had the cloud over their head with the lightning bolt coming down? He would always walk around and it's like, wowsy, wowsy, woo. I don't care, it could be a beautiful, sunshiny, blue sky day. Here comes Schleprock. Wowsy, wowsy, woo. And everywhere he goes, it's a rain and thunderstorm. Nobody ever thought to bring an umbrella. Did they have umbrellas on the Flintstones? Okay, fine. So let's change our mindset and allow your mindset to become infectious. So that same mindset begins to be experienced by everyone around you, your coworkers, your department members, cabinet members. This goes from the hourly employees, the salary, to upper management, to everyone. Everyone plays a part. Now, you remember I mentioned that some of us come into a situation with what we may feel is not the right pedigree, or, we didn't have enough education here, we didn't take enough courses there, or whatever. So in my case, in the case of other athletes, weren't big enough, weren't fast enough, weren't whatever. I had a teammate who had gotten cut in his first NFL camp, undersized linebacker. Everybody said, oh, he'll never make it. This gentleman, I am proud to say, will be inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame next month. Mr. Sam Mills, linebacker from New Orleans Saints and Carolina Panthers. All 5'10", 240 pounds. First time out, cut by the Cleveland Browns, which was our good luck. Because when I tell you he was a stalwart middle linebacker. But if you saw Sam Mills on the street, you would never suspect he was an NFL player, much less an NFL middle linebacker. My old coach, Jim Mora, said Sam Mills is by far the best football player he's ever coached, period. Let that sink in for a minute. Undersized, too small, Sam Mills going into the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio next month. And I can't tell you how proud and happy I am to have been able to share his space and share the field with Sam. Because at the end of the day, Sam Mills is by far one of the best human beings I've ever met in my entire life. Good man, good person, gone too soon. I mentioned Sam because I think it's important that we all understand and realize we're going to work with individuals who may have more talent than we do. We're going to work with individuals who may work a little harder than we do. But that doesn't mean they're to be shunned or ignored or, you just, well, I'm just going to come and do my work and I'm just going to leave. How about the closer you sit to this light? Doesn't light shine on you? Allow that light to motivate you. Allow that light to sink into you a little bit. And take the perspective, I can do that. And don't be like I was. Don't ever be scared or afraid to ask for help with something. Because if you do that, who do you think you're hurting? Say it again, please. Okay. Not only yourself, you're hurting the team. Because as you hurt yourself and shortchange what possible opportunities you may have, you are essentially hurting the whole body. That's the team. And you would be surprised, people want to help you. People want to help you get better. Because if you get better, the team gets better, and everybody gets what? Okay. The goals are now being reached. The reimagining of Riviera Beach is now being reached. I come off 95 and I see the new construction right there, Blue Heron, was it brand new? Was that going to be a hotel? And all these other things, and you are all a part of it. You're all a beautiful part of it. Embrace that. Take that and run with it. Pass that baton on to the next person. And watch and see what happens internally, the difference you begin to feel in the room during meetings. The difference you begin to see, people start walking with a pep in their step. I gotta get over here. We gotta get this done. You know, people now don't start to try and avoid people. Oh, I see them coming. That's not how this is done. This is not how that works. Even if you're, quote unquote, having a bad day, you don't know somebody you may speak to and they give you some energy back that brightens your day. Now it's infectious. Have you ever seen that Prudential insurance commercial where they're standing at the corner and somebody's getting ready to step off the curb too soon and there's a car coming and they grab them and it stops them from walking out in front of the street? Well, the person they saved, the next segment of that commercial, that person that was saved does another kindness for somebody else. And then that kindness they did to that person, further along, they do another kindness for somebody else. You see how that works? That is so true. It's so true. So if we can focus on that, I guarantee you will start to think things change. I think what we're wanting to have done after we've allowed our newfound mindset to become contagious, there's a cultural shift that's happening. That cultural shift is now focusing on teams and team building, right? These are the building blocks that are going to be critical to reimagining the city of Riviera Beach and where you're trying to go. You know what? Let me back up. Let me rephrase that. Where Riviera Beach is going to go. How about that? All right, can we agree on that? Yeah, can we? Where Riviera Beach is going to go. So, tonight, again, I am so humbled and blessed and honored to share this celebratory evening with all of you and your excellence throughout all of the challenges, setbacks, uncertainty, that we have all experienced, you've had to push through. You have managed to shine your light brighter than ever by believing in yourself and being that light. I'm going to share with you a quote from Nancy Gentle Boudre. Are you waiting for something outside of you to make a change inside of you? Let that marinate for a minute. You want to repeat that? Okay. Are you waiting for something outside of you to make a change inside of you? Instead, challenge yourself to change something inside you to produce an effect outside of you. How about that? Agreed? Okay. You are the difference. So be the difference. But you can't wait for somebody else to change something in you. There's only two entities you cannot cheat, lie to. You know who that is, right? All right, we got one, right? And the other one is who? That person you see in the mirror every day. Correct or incorrect? Okay. Just wanted to make sure we was right here. Okay. Always, always, always believe in yourself. Now here's the caveat. Always believe in yourself and always stretch yourself to go beyond your limits. If anybody's ever been in competitive sports, did you play sports to get a bronze medal when you were competing? Did you play to get a silver? I don't know about you, but I want it to go. If it's 3rd and 15 and I'm not double covered, I'm insulted. Because everybody in the stadium knew where the ball was going, and that's just like I wanted it. And I'm going to still make it happen. That's got to be your mindset. That's got to be your attitude. We're going for the goal. Riviera Beach is going for the goal. Repeat that. Riviera Beach is going for the goal. Huh? What? Hello. Now you got to believe that. You have to internalize that, and you have to believe that. Because guess what? Your life is worth a lot more than you think, because you are capable of accomplishing more than you know. Agreed? Affirmed? If you got that, say, I got that. I know somebody in here loved that one. Once again, I am in awe of what you all have accomplished and the shining examples that you all are. Lights, illuminating lights. And you will continue to lead the way, as you are all already well equipped and empowered to illuminate the beautiful oceanside destination city of Riviera Beach, Florida, being reimagined. And I'll close with this. Together, we can. Repeat that. Together, we can. Come on now. Together, we can. I want to thank you all so much for allowing me to share some time, share some space. And you've made today very special for me on my birthday. Thank you so much.
Bro, you were tough at follow, man.
Happy birthday. Y'all give it up for Mr. Dwayne Wilson. Yeah. And that was a speech. He wrote that speech all week. I ain't lying. Mr. Wilson, I just want to correct you on one thing. I don't know what extra you got off, but the construction started at Congress. I just want to correct that. You were talking about 45th Street. Yeah, you were talking about, because I seen everybody like, ain't no building a hotel. He just gonna disrespect all the new fire department we don't work hard for. We've been voting for 30 years. Yeah, it started at Congress. All right, we're going to get to this award ceremony because I see some of y'all getting sleepy. This young man been asleep the whole time. How about to walk right over and lay hands on you, start praying for you? I seen you. And you know what, Mr. Wilson, you was talking about, I just want to say this, reimagine. It's funny that this program said reimagine because my life wasn't going the way I was planning on going. I started playing football. That's why I started. And then, I was 135 and we got the hitting practice. And somebody hit me during practice and knocked the wind out of me. And I took the helmet off and started walking off the field. And they said, Green, where you going? I said, I'm finna reimagine myself to this pool. Because I knew I could swim. So I joined the swim team, and look at God, got me on the beach as the black beach captain out here. Won't he do it? I was imagining running the touchdown till they hit me. That ain't my sport. I don't need nobody hitting me. Went right on over there, started swimming. You couldn't see me on the announcement because it looked like a shadow in the water, but it was me. Yeah. But I just had to wake y'all up a little bit. Look, praise the Lord. You said a nice speech. Praise God. We gonna book you again now, but not on this city. Another city. You can long talking, long-winded. That's deacon right there. You can tell a deacon when you see one. But he did the right thing. He said, I'm closing now. Yeah, I'm closing now. All right, we're going to get ready to get to this award ceremony, to the Employee Service Award, and we're going to do the Employee Recognition Award. We're going to have Mr. Jonathan Evans, our city manager, come up front. And we're going to get Jonathan Evans. Oh, there you go. Smooth, cool Evans. Y'all can call him Smooth Cool off the clock now. He ain't on the clock. When y'all see him out in the city, Smooth Cool, what's happening? That's how I talk to him. But when he here, I'm like, how you doing, Mr. Evans? Everything good? I need you trying to write me up. All right.
So what is it, Book Green?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Let me correct y'all again. It ain't Book Green, okay? It's Book Eddie Green.
Oh.
Everybody call me Eddie. But when I'm talking to my Cougars, they call me Edward. See, I don't call y'all Cougars. I don't disrespect y'all. I call you alley cats. So all the Cougars in here, my alley cats, don't call me Edward. Call me Eddie. But they call me, hey, Edward. Don't call me that. That's my government. Call me Eddie. Okay.
All right. Well, again, book Eddie Green, because he's going to have some time, because I don't know if he's going to be employed after this. So he's going to need to book some additional acts, right? No, but, I think it's important that we get to showcase that our jobs, right, are what we do, but it's not who we are, right? And I can tell you, I can share just a little bit of my personal experience. One of the most liberating things that ever happened to me was what happened to me in 2017 when I was let go from this agency. And the reason that was liberating to me is because If you go to any government agency that I ever worked in when I started my career, I was always the quintessential employee. I came to work at 8, had my cheese sandwich at 11, and I would stay as long as you needed me to stay. If I got a 4 out of 5 on my performance evaluation, it was a horrible week. But when I came here in 2017, I realized, and I left, I realized that city management is what I do, but it's not who I am. It didn't define me as a person. And so when you see someone come up and you see another skill set that Eddie has, and all our employees do remarkable things and have remarkable skill sets, but that's why it's important that we take the time to get to know that. We find out what motivates them. We find out what interests them, because they work with us 8, 12, 14, 16 hours a day, but it's not who they are, it's what they do. And so when you take the time to really get to know the employees, it means something, right? When you know that, Major Rozier is probably one of the best girl dads in the nation, because he's passionate about being a participatory member in his daughter's lives. And when you hear about, the city attorney said that she cooks the best fried chicken in the world. It has not been verified, but she did say that. But her arms are crossed and she walked out of the door. And when you find out that Ms. Jenkins' passion is interior design, and you find out these little things about your employees and your teammates. And Mr. Brody is an avid wrestling aficionado. If you have ever watched anything associated with wrestling, this guy knows it all, like all. But you find out those things, and that's what makes our employees so special. And that's what makes, something that is just a name on a paper really make sense, right? And so I make it a point to really find out what motivates people, what people's interests are, because I genuinely care. And it was because of what I thought was the lowest moment in my professional career opened my eyes to really experience things and see things that I would have never seen before. So without a struggle, there's no progress. And so I did want to share that with you, but most importantly, to recognize some of our remarkable employees and the commitments that they have made along the years. If you've ever worked for Riviera Beach, or if you've ever volunteered for Riviera Beach, it's tough. It's tough. Riviera Beach, tough or strong, is a whole nother set of strong and tough. I can tell you that anybody says we can do their jobs, they can't do ours. And that's a fact. And I'll take this team against any team in Palm Beach County, because one of the things I'll tell you is our folks care. They care. And if you were at one of the earlier sessions this morning, I said, if you cry, scream, laugh, and have been prescribed prescription medication as a result of this job, I know you're passionate and you care about what we're trying to do here. And if you go through all those emotions in one day, you're probably on this list for an Employee of the Year. But that makes me know that you have this community and this agency at heart. So for those of you that have served from 5 years to 9 years with the City of Riviera Beach or the CRA, if you can please stand and let us greet them with a round of applause for their service. Thank you, thank you. All right, for those that have gone in from 10 to 14 years that are in the room, can you please stand so we can recognize you? All right, next category, 15 to 19 years service, stand and be recognized. 20 to 24 years. Stand and be recognized. (20 to 24 years). Or did I do that already? I was just making sure you guys are paying attention. But that was Eddie. Remember he's saying being smooth? You like that, right? The roaches thing? I got you. Before I get into the next category, I'm going to do something special because one, you guys are here, right? And two, we're here to recognize the employees. And I really wanted to see more employees here. But you guys have the opportunity, since I'm the city manager, I have a little bit of executive privilege. If you're here and you are on this list for 5 years of service all the way up to our 44-year service recipient, I'm going to give you a personal option day. You just got a day off for being here. Now, I will tell, but we got to make sure we get your name. We got to have everybody's name before you leave today because I can hear HR and finance saying, how do we know who was here? So make sure that we get your name, Miss Tanya. If we can get a list before the end of the ceremony, take a selfie and date stamp it. But before you leave, make sure that we get your name, and if you are on this list and you are one of those categories that were recognized, we'll make sure we give you a personal option day for being here. So we appreciate you. And here's the caveat, right? Here's the caveat. You have from now, see, that's the when we did the personality test, I came out as C, so now I'm thinking about it. Okay, Jonathan, what did you just do? So you have from now till the end of the calendar year to use it. All right, so you got from now till the end of the calendar year to use it. So use it during the holidays or what have you, but you get a day. All right, so now for the years from 25 to 29 years of service, and I'm going to actually call your name, and if you are present, if you can come up here and we get to recognize you, but also you get an opportunity to say a couple of words in regards to the secret sauce associated with that. So first person on the list for 25 to 29 years of service, Miss Charmaine Arnold. Charmaine will not be saying anything this evening. At this particular moment, I just wanted to say that, but thank you for your service. Thank you. Ivan Chung. Is Ivan here? All right, next name. Patrick Dolan, sorry. Doyle, my bad. I don't have my glasses, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Beltran Fashaw. Not here. Sean Farrell. Sandra Freshley. They lost the personal option day, just saying. Gregory Jones. Joshua Lewis. Andrew Newton. Charles Reeves. Tabitha Smith. Donna Wilson. Gary Wilson. All right. Give it up for 25 to 29 years of service. All right, this is a special category. We're getting really special. This is secret sauce kind of stuff here. This is agency secrets. First, for 30 to 35 years of service, Miss Edwina Saunders, she's not here. Cheryl Bostic. Well, I know the next person's here. So I have an opportunity to share a little bit about this next person. This next person is Miss Claudine Anthony. And before... And if you know anything about Miss Anthony, you'll know that she's a very devoted person. To give 30 years plus of your life to an employer, one employer, to live in the community, to worship in the community, to play in the community, shows how much the person cares about the community. And Miss Anthony has gone through some challenging times. Could you imagine serving in the capacity that she served in the city clerk's office and in a variety of roles or what have you, when you're talking about elections in our community? But she's done it with class, she's done it with grace, she's done it with dignity, and she's done it with a resolute commitment to her faith. In her darkest hours, when she lost her husband, she still remained committed to the agency. I would have thought, you've got 30 years on the books. Your husband passes away, that she was going to go ahead and say, you know what? I've ran the race. But she believes in this community. She loves this community. And she is always and forever will be part of this community. And I can tell you that as she was going through the grieving process, she was probably more concerned about what was going on here than persons were of what she was dealing with. And I most recently went through loss in my family. And the first person that prayed for me and over me was Miss Anthony. That shows you that despite or in spite the challenges or the obstacles or the situation or the circumstance that that person is going through, they care enough to worry about what you're dealing with and the load you have. And so, Miss Anthony, this city, this community, any other city manager you've ever worked for or with cannot thank you enough for your service, your commitment, your sacrifice. 30 years, she could have been anywhere. She could have worked for anyone, but she chose to spend those years with us. And I cannot thank you enough on behalf of this city and the 38,000 plus residents that call it home. You are one of those guiding stars. You are one of those shining lights that illuminates all across the city and all across the agency. And there will never be another Claudine Anthony. Thank you for your service, and please come up here and be recognized.
My alter ego had to tell me to pull my mask down. For those of you that know me, y'all know the first thing I'm going to say. To God be the glory for the things that he has done. It has truly been an honor and a privilege to serve this community. For coming up on, how many years is it now? Getting ready to do 32, 33? Something? Okay. Oh, see? And all of it was done in the office of the city clerk. I stand on the shoulders of giants. Both of the city clerks I served up under are still living, not able to be here today. But the one thing they taught me is to have your integrity, to keep your integrity intact. They didn't know that when they told me that, they added on to what my grandmother told me was, if you're gonna do wrong, do it by yourself, because you're not gonna tell on yourself. So I say to you, the secret of the sauce is this: keep your integrity. For those of us that are of the household of faith, we know that what we stand on. We know the hope that we have. And we know that the door that he opens, no man can close. And we know that the door that he closes, no man can open. I know that I am not here because of what I've done, but I know I'm here because of his grace and his mercy. So I say to you all, as I prepare to exit left, right, in these short few months, I hope that if I have not did anything else, that I have shown you that it's okay to stand alone. For you are not alone, especially those of us who are of the household of faith. To you, Mr. Evans, you don't know what 2017 did to me. But I'm so glad that you're back and that I've gotten the opportunity to once again pray for you. And as you prepare to become a girl dad, it's the best thing that you could have ever done. Okay? Being a girl dad is truly awesome. For my father was a girl dad to 3. Okay? And the dad of 1 son. But his girls, he kept his girls hidden. And stuff, and I always talked about it because everybody would say, he talked about that big head boy, but what about, I said, he kept us hidden. So when you, as your baby, as she grows up, you'll understand that concept of keeping her behind, because you got 2 sons, okay. To my coworkers, I thank you for the support that you've given me. Keep your head up. I'm looking forward to our new city hall, our new police department, our new utility district, our new this and our new that, because I have been hearing about those things since I came here. So I'm looking forward to seeing them come out of the ground. Thank you all.
And I do also want to make it a point to say something to Miss Anthony's mom. Hello, and I never had the opportunity to share these remarks with you, and so why not do it in front of everybody, right? There's not many times that you get to share these moments with your children, and to share service that Miss Anthony has given to the agency. But you certainly did hit the lottery, having that young lady as your daughter. And I can tell you that when you have somebody that is resolute, committed, focused, and grounded in their faith, that's a testament to you. And so as we celebrate your daughter's commitment to us for 30 years, we're going to also celebrate you being her mother and being in her life ever since that special moment when you found out you were going to have a daughter. So thank you. Thank you. Amen. 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 That's great. That's great. You know, and I can tell you that those remarks resonate, and I think, and everybody would agree, the most beautiful thing that we have in our community is the people in our community. And we have to do everything in our power to protect that, to preserve that, to ensure that, because that's what makes Riviera Beach special. We're a family, and we care about one another. But we care about the service, and we care about our employees. But these are the moments that make it special. These are the moments that make the days count. So now to get into the Employee Recognition Awards. And so I'm going to ask for my HR director, Ms. Barbara Aricio, to come up on stage, and also some of the department directors that will also be participating in the exercise as we recognize the city and the CRA's most precious, most valuable resource, its employees. And so we certainly are honored, and now I'm going to turn the program over to Director Aricio.
Well, what I do want to say is I've done many employee recognition awards in California, and nothing has been this emotional. And I think that's a testament to all of you and the people that are here and how much you care about this city. So without further ado, I want to share with you a little bit about the process of the Employee Recognition Awards. I want to thank our Labor Relations Administrator, Ms. Brenda Jenkins. She worked with myself and our directors to obtain nominations. We also, as I said earlier, a panel of the employees' peers were the ones that reviewed the applications of the nominees and made the selection. If you are here tonight, please stand. Simone Davidson, Development Services, Shirley Desir, CRA, Justin Hawkins, Police, Sharice Phillips, Police, Latasha Haywood, USD, and Willem Marcello, Information Technology. These were our panel, and thank you. I also want to acknowledge the nominees that weren't selected. These are outstanding employees as well, but as all of you know, we had to have one winner. The nominees were Rosalba Santana from Finance, Grace Joyce from Developmental Services, and if you're here, stand up, Irie Perry, CRA, and April Giles, Library, and Josh Levine, the library as well. Let's give them a round of applause. So based on the selection process, we had the Rookie of the Year. The Rookie of the Year award was to recognize a new employee who has shown outstanding performance in their current position. We also had the Exceptional Performance Award, which this award was for a non-management employee who performed outstanding exceptional service and demonstrated selfless and valuable service over a period of time under unusual or complicated conditions. We also had the Reimagine Award, which was the award for a non-management employee who created and implemented an innovative program or practice or policy or had some activity that improved the city and its ability to serve others in the community. We also had the Employee of the Year Award, which was an outstanding award for service and commitment for a union represented employee, and we had an Employee of the Year Award for a non-union represented employee. So what I'd like to do is I would like to recognize the Rookie of the Year, Mr. Solomon Burgess. Would you stand right there, Solomon? I want to talk a little bit about the award. I am the HR director, and I started the same week that Solomon started, and that's why he's our Rookie of the Year. Mr. Burgess is the epitome of safety. His position is the safety officer. He walks the walk and talks the talk. From day one, Solomon has demonstrated his knowledge of safety standards and his willingness to ensure city employees are aware of standards by providing or scheduling safety training, performing safety inspections, workplace spot inspections, and interacting with employees in a manner that employees know he is the city's asset to the production of safety. He wears the appropriate safety gear at all times and actively promotes the wearing of this appropriate equipment for all tasks performed. He also motivates people to understand what it means to be safe in this city. Solomon Burgess is the safety and city employee who performs over and above, including supporting those within the city. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Would you like to say a little bit?
I'm gonna be short. Thank you, Mr. Evans, Ms. McBride, HR department. To my family that saw it not robbery to come out and see me. My mom back there, wave. Okay. And just thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. And now I would like our director, Chris Prasad, to come up to introduce the Reimagineer Award.
So, really quick, I think it's funny. It's concerning Mr. Solomon Burgess. So I'll tell you, one of the employees came to me and they said, "Mr. Manager, can you get Bob the Builder off of me, man?" He's like, "Come on." And I was like, "Hey, safety's a priority." And so we appreciate, the employees appreciate it. And I wanted to share that story with you. I was waiting for the right moment, and I said, "Hey, no better." But I appreciate it because that is an absolute fact. He wears all the appropriate equipment. His vehicle has all the appropriate stickers, and he takes the appropriate precaution. And so certainly well-deserving, and we're appreciative to have you as part of the team.
So Bob the Builder's a tough act to follow. I'm just gonna let everybody know. It's been a tough act to follow all night, just so everybody's aware. So I'm here to let everybody know the Reimagineer Award for the city, which is Ryan McConnell from Information Technology. Ryan is on vacation. He booked his vacation well before we had a date for this event, so he's not here. But you know, one of the things that I like to do is ask all of IT to come up here real fast on the bottom here. If possible, it takes a team. Ryan doesn't do this by himself. He's the person in front of you when something is going on. Stop door. I'm sure there's something going on with our firewall because, you know, something's always going on. But Ryan, you know, Ryan's on vacation, and let me tell you. So adding to what Ryan did, one of the things that sticks in my mind when I first got here, you know, I always look and say, we're a small staff. There's 8 or 9 of us here, and I always say, hey, this is always falling in a gray area. There's always something. And I go, we all got to figure this out. Whatever it is, we've got to figure it out. It happens all day, every day. And I always look at everybody. Ryan's always the first one to raise his hand. I'll just let you know. He's like, I'll take it. I'll figure it out. I got it, you know? One of the things that sticks in my mind was the COVID-19 vaccine sites. We were trying to figure out how to get the uploads to the state. There was so much involved, and he figured it out. You know, I was like, thank you. I was like, we didn't have to spend all weekend trying to figure something out. Got to figure it out, and did so many different things there as well. Another thing I'd like to say about Ryan, you know, every morning he's the first one in. 7:30 in the morning, we have an alerting system, tells us if something's going wrong in IT. We see the monitoring system. He's the first one that sends us our Teams message. Hey, I see some red over at City Hall. What's going on? And one of these other people say, I'll drive directly to City Hall and take care of that. So there's a whole team behind Ryan to take care of these things. So I'm appreciative that Ryan got this award. I mean, he loves the city. You know, he's had opportunities to go elsewhere. We talk about the Great Resignation. And he said, no, I like the city. I love what I'm doing. He goes, I love the people, and I'm here. So on behalf of Ryan, I appreciate that.
Okay. Mr. Lewis Johnson is the Public Works Director, and he could not be here. So I have the privilege of announcing the Exceptional Performance Award to Snowy Eaton. Would you come up, Snowy? Wait right there. I'd like to share with you what the nomination was that was given to you. As a valued member of the Public Works team, the City of Riviera Beach wanted to take this opportunity to acknowledge Mr. Snowy Eaton for his hard work and dedication. The City of Riviera Beach possesses a willing spirit and takes extra responsibilities, and Snowy does that. Mr. Eaton stands out as an employee who does not waver from the commitment to excellence. Snowy is the person you can call on at any given moment. He's always willing to help and assist other departments, taking on additional tasks such as working weekend events, being called on weekends. With his actions, he exceeds the role of a crew leader with the Public Works Department. Snowy is an all-around team player. He brings a lot of high morale and attitude to the city every day and encourages other employees on the job. Thank you so much, Snowy. Would you like to say something?
I would just like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a city employee for Riviera Beach. And to Mr. Evans, appreciate everything that you do. And Mr. Burgess, appreciate you too. All right?
Thank you. And now I have the pleasure of introducing Mr. Adam Brody, the director of the library, who will be able to announce both the Employee of the Year of the Union and the Non-Union Employee of the Year.
So, good evening, everyone. My name is Adam Brody, and I'm the library director. And as a fairly new library director, I am very fortunate to work with a highly dedicated and passionate Riviera Beach library team. And they're so good that two of the employees are here tonight as Employee of the Year. That's right. And I'll start with Paula Reyes. When we think about Paula, we think immediate difference maker, immediate impact. Since Ms. Reyes started in the library, the difference that she has made and continues to make is nothing short of extraordinary. In short order, Paula took control of the state aid process by training with the State Division of Library Services Administration team in order to gain a thorough understanding of all logistics. Not only did Paula learn the process, but she also worked diligently and tirelessly with our finance department in order to procure all the necessary figures needed in order to secure funding. Where there was initial worry, Ms. Reyes' efforts ensured that the library received close to $20,000 in state aid funding, which would later be approved by City Council. In addition to taking charge of state aid, Paula has taken initiative on the reference side as well. Although I never mentioned this to Paula as a performance expectation, Paula took initiative in working with our reference leadership team, Charmaine and Josh, in gaining a comprehensive understanding of reference-based operations. This has proved to be a huge difference maker in light of our roster being down 40% right now. Tremendous benefit, tremendous help. As the library is currently expanding its relationships with external entities, Paula's efforts proved to be the difference maker once again. Our initiative with Washington Elementary School, which included a fun day back in May, along with a continued relationship with Washington Elementary School in June, has involved Paula's meticulous planning, meticulous budgeting, an ability to organize space and time management in order to ensure that these events are not only fun, but run in seamless fashion. Even prior to joining our department, Paula was very instrumental in helping myself as a new employee and the Riviera Beach Library team in navigating a turbulent experience in conjunction with the Omicron COVID-19 variant per her role as the contact tracer. Paula's understanding of rules and processes proved to be the difference maker, once again, which would help our team navigate through an otherwise challenging time. It is for the above reasons and more that I nominate and that the committee nominated Paula Reyes for one of our Employees of the Year. Her ability to take on a task, understanding of processes and procedures, and her uncompromised commitment to following through has and will continue to be the catapult which will take our department to new heights. Paula, come on up and accept your award.
I'd just like to thank Adam for nominating me and the committee for selecting me. I love and appreciate everyone that works here at the city. You all know that. I'm always willing to lend a helping hand. As Ms. Claudine mentioned, we can't do it without God. I love and appreciate my family and the friends that I've made here at the city and those who encourage me. Thank you.
Okay. The next employee of the year, Charmaine Arnold. And when we think about Charmaine Arnold, we think heart and soul of the Riviera Beach Library team. Yes. On Riviera Beach social media, one will notice that Charmaine Arnold is one of the most recognized names and faces. This is not by accident, it is by design. Since I started back in December, nobody has been more on the front line when it comes to programming and partnerships than Charmaine. Charmaine's presence represents an institution within itself at the Riviera Beach Public Library. During Literacy Week, Ms. Arnold established a relationship with JFK Middle School, which involved a night of information literacy and library resource exposure. This relationship will set the stage for future efforts. In addition, Ms. Arnold was highly instrumental in establishing a strong relationship with Washington Elementary School during the summer months, which set the stage for a continued relationship, not just for the fun day, but also throughout the month of June as well, in conjunction with YEP and our relationship with Ms. Grimsley. Let's just say that Ms. Arnold has and will be playing a highly critical role moving forward. Absolutely, when it comes to these relationships. And within the last few months, Ms. Arnold was very instrumental in forging an additional cross-departmental relationship with Project ARE per Riviera Beach's Parks and Recreation Department. Through this relationship, the Riviera Beach Public Library will be establishing itself as the Tuesday after-school destination. For 3 hours on Tuesdays, Ms. Arnold will be treating all within the program to stories, games, computers, and much more. This initiative was piloted in May. However, going into 2022-2023 school year, this will be a long-term initiative. In the meantime, Ms. Arnold has been working with the Project ARE Summer Camp on select Tuesdays during the summer months. It is through Ms. Arnold's efforts and know-how of children's services that this relationship is progressively going to new heights. And also, in addition to this, Ms. Arnold has established relationships with outside entities, such as Project FACT, which is a subsidiary of the Boys and Girls Club. Now, right now, Project FACT is on a brief summertime pause, but through this initiative, fathers bring their children to the library, where Ms. Arnold provides games and activities for the children in attendance while the fathers meet with the program director. Once the fathers are done meeting with the program director, they're provided an opportunity to bond with their children through literacy and library resources. And even moving forward, Ms. Arnold will be helping to pioneer a new initiative. This initiative is called Operation Literacy Bond. And through this initiative, it'll help incarcerated parents connect with their children through a technological medium right here at the library. Let's just say that Ms. Arnold will be playing a highly critical role as the library helps to bring families together. Ms. Arnold has, round of applause. Ms. Arnold has been instrumental even beyond the children's section. In conjunction with Reimagine Riviera Beach, Ms. Arnold traveled with me to the Mandel Public Library as we gained ideas for our new library that's on the horizon. Ms. Arnold's perspectives from that visit were invaluable. In addition, prior to the demolition of the old Riviera Beach Library, Ms. Arnold, on short notice, as an employee with almost 30 years of tenure, provided thoughts, reflections, and perspectives for all to hear on Channel 5 News. This visit was also featured on Riviera Beach social media. And let's also not forget Ms. Arnold's influence on library staff. Our part-time library page, Tyra Smith, has learned so much from working with Ms. Arnold. This has been a contributing factor in Ms. Smith's aspirations to eventually pursue a career as a children's librarian. In addition, our new adult services librarian, Josh Levine, has learned a great deal from working side by side with Ms. Arnold as he implements the framework for resources and services in his new role. And finally, the newest employee of the library, me. I have been fortunate to work with a library professional such as Charmaine Arnold, who has been extremely helpful as I continue to learn about the library in the community. It goes without saying that Ms. Arnold represents the heart and soul of our library. She has pioneered relationships, offered valued perspectives, and continues to inspire the staff to greatness. Myself and the entire Riviera Beach Library team are very fortunate. Charmaine, please come up and accept your award.
Listen, I work with the library. I'm a children's librarian. So if I had known that I would have the opportunity to speak, I would have written the speech and be all prepared. I am not. So all I can say is thank you. Thank you.
All right, our final award of the night, but I do want to say that I forgot a name for one of our nominees. Mr. Clyde Priester was a nominee for the utility district, so let's give him a round of applause. And now I would like Miss Anita Jenkins to come up and announce the Employee of the Year for CRA.
I'd like to ask my colleague, Ms. Shirley Desir, to come and join me. This is so special. Come on, hobble up, hobble up. Thank you, Shirley. We are so pleased and honored to nominate Manoka Nugent for this recognition and honor. Manoka has consistently shown her value to this agency and to the city as a whole. She started with the CRA as a temporary employee and very quickly demonstrated her abilities beyond her job description. I always feel that attitude matters in a job. And if you've been around me, you've heard me say that. Manoka has a pleasing, friendly demeanor while letting everyone know that she is no nonsense. Here at the CRA, we count on Manoka to see a project through from beginning to end. She excels at special projects, but is excellent with the day-to-day requirements of her job. Over the past year, we have had several transitions in staff, transitions that could have impacted performance. Manoka can be counted upon to step into the gap and pick up any slack. This is always done without hesitation, without complaining, or bad demeanor. What is simply amazing is that Manoka has deep experience in finance, in real estate, management, but can figure out unfamiliar tasks and processes. Specifically, when we lost our finance specialist, she, along with our office manager, who's standing right here, jumped right in and took multiple Tyler courses. They complained a little bit, but they learned the system and got CRA finances caught up. Similarly, when we needed help with the Clean and Safe program, Manoka stepped up to assist and is doing an excellent, excellent job. You can bet that everyone fights to have Manoka on their team for projects. So other city departments, keep your hands off of Manoka. She is kind and hardworking and strongly subscribes to a work ethic that goes a long way to ensuring that our goals are consistently met. Her customer service skills are great. Her projects are within budget and on time. She is responsive to citizens and vendors and to management. Skills matter. Experience matter. Attitude matters. Manoka is a tremendous asset to the CRA, to this city, and should be recognized, and we're so happy that she was selected as Employee of the Year. Go ahead. As she comes up, just go ahead.
Well, they're happy. I have something that I would like to say as well. First of all, Mr. Evans, we never complained, okay? Briefly, when I first met Manoka, I kind of met her when she walked in the office. At the time, I was the senior administrative assistant, and she came in, and I had no idea she was coming in. So I'm like side-eyed and Anita, like, what's she here for? What's she doing here? I side-eyed her for a couple of months. Little did I know Manoka was a phenomenal asset to the office and to the team. Plenty of times I'll call Manoka, evenings, weekends. Manoka, you sleep? Yes, Shirley, I'm asleep. Anyways, the report we were working on, girl. So I can't imagine anyone else taking this being the exceptional employee of the year other than Minoka Nugent, and I congratulate you.
I am so nervous, but I just want to say thank you to the CRA management team. It's been a pleasure. I did come up to Florida under circumstances, and I really do appreciate Ms. Jenkins taking a chance on me, not knowing who I am, but I'm honored to be Employee of the Year for CRA. Thank you.
So obviously you see that we have some remarkable employees that were just recognized. And I want to make it a point to share with you just a couple of stories about some of them that were recognized this evening. Starting off with Snowy. He's the James Brown of the city of Riviera Beach, the hardest working man in show business. I'll go at an event and I'll pass by and then he'll say, "Hey, boss man." I'm like, "Snowy, you working again? You just worked 72 hours in 2 days," and he's back at it again. And so anything that we needed to do, anything, whether it's driving a forklift, whether it's a front end loader, whether it's carrying water out to a football field, you can bet if you need it done, that's the guy you go to. He'll get it done. Not a complaint, not an issue. We'll do whatever it takes to get the job done. With Ryan in IT, just a positive disposition will, everything that they deal with in IT, let's be honest, is operator error. It's all us. It's never something that they created, right? But we always find a way to blame it on them. So every time we call, he comes over to the manager's office, troubleshoots it, fixes it, takes the things back, and never complains. Just a positive disposition and just a great spirit and a great member of the team. And one of the things also, I think he's probably had gray hair since he was like 12. But he's got like that good kind of gray hair, like that gray hair like, the Dos Equis commercial gray hair. But great disposition, great positive attitude. Whatever you need done, hey, we'll get it taken care of. You can walk into IT, buzz in. He can be doing something, find a way, find you a charger, all that. Just a great disposition, great teammate, and a great person. Ms. Reyes, I can tell you that you've done a phenomenal job for this agency. Let me just tell you this. If you just tested for COVID, you talked to her. If you got sick with COVID, you probably talk to her every day. Do you understand how many employees, how many times, how many situations that she had protected information and she was responsible with making sure that, hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? Do you need to go for testing? In the midst of the pandemic, she still has another full-time job, right? And for her to take that responsibility where it comes directly to the city manager, if there's any issue, she was working exclusively for the manager and the fire chief, taking care of our workforce, our most precious and valuable resource. And I never had the opportunity to share with you how impressed and how appreciative I am to know that when that phone call came, no matter what the hour was, no matter what you were doing, no matter what your family was doing, our employees could count on you. And that just shows the compassion and the care that you have for this community, that you have for this city. And I thank you for what you did, because what you did saved lives. What you did saved lives. And that's something that I don't want to see get breezed over or what have you, because there was situations and circumstances that if you didn't make those calls, or we didn't find out, or we didn't try to do something, or you decided to say today you weren't picking up the phone, there could have been somebody else on the other side of that phone that was their lowest or darkest moment. And so it takes a special person to be entrusted with that responsibility and to execute it flawlessly. And so thank you for what you did during the pandemic, with a new transition, and in a new department. You continue to exceed expectations. So thank you. Charmaine, you have been a phenomenal asset to the city, and I would argue our most vulnerable and precious commodity in our community are little boys and little girls. When I see those photos and see some of the responses on social media and the care and compassion that you display time in and time out is phenomenal. When I see those photos, I'm like, man, I just want to go there and cross my legs and sit there and listen to the story, because they look like they're so riveting. And so for you to take that much compassion and care after being with us for 30 plus years, to still do the job like it was your first day on the job, shows the type of person you are and shows why you were recognized for such an amazing honor. And so thank you for the little young men and little young ladies that you are truly impacting their lives and giving them access to literacy. I was having the conversation with my niece, right? And I said, she's 5 and she's getting into, she's reading and she's starting to read story, and it's unlocking the world. And you do that every day. You take kids on journeys that live in a community that sometimes is challenging, to places that they may never travel to or things they may never see. But you find it in yourself every day to share a little bit of you with all of them. And so there's a lot of young men, young ladies, and persons that, because they're able to read and because the access that you have provided to them, have seen their lives change exponentially. And so thank you for your service to the city. And lastly, Manoka, I can tell you that there's very few people that I interact with that has always got a funny thing to say. And she may come off timid, quiet, don't let that fool you. Her personality, her character, her disposition lights the room up. She is such a positive person. I wouldn't know that she ever went through anything challenging in her life because she doesn't let it show. She treats you like you're a member of her family. And Manoka, I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for the CRA, what you will continue to do for the CRA, but just being you. And I think that's the most important thing, is that we become a better version of ourselves than we were the day before. And so to all the employees that were recognized, to all the families that were here, to all the folks in attendance, thank you for celebrating such a remarkable opportunity to celebrate our most valuable and precious resource, our employees. But one thing I want to make sure that you get, because this is probably the most important thing that I will say, please please make sure you see Tanya if you are on that list for years of service for 5 years and up to get your personal option day. And that is for those that were recognized for years of service and those that were recognized for any of the awards that were received this evening. But you don't get two. If you got a service award, you don't get, just saying, all right? But thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you for being part of this community, and thank you for being part of this agency. And to the committee, Dr. Riccio, Deputy City Manager McBride, the CRA team, Anita, Shirley, Minoka, Tanya, all of you that worked to put this thing together, you guys did an outstanding job. And so from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the experience. That concludes our program, and good night, everybody. Thank you.